Hey guys, JD Dudum. We're back here at Dudum Chiropractic. The topic today, sleep. And we've got a few different types of sleep issues I'm going to discuss today. But, more importantly, how is sleep affecting everyone? It affects you at work. If you've got young kids at home, it affects you with the kids. It almost affects every single part of your life. Life's not as fun when you're not sleeping as well. So let's break down the two big issues with sleeping. So number one, we're going to talk about falling asleep. This is what we call monkey brain, right? You're in bed, whether the TV's on, and you can't just seem to fall asleep. Your mind's racing a mile a minute. We call this not only monkey brain, but sympathetic overload. Big term, let's break it down. Our nerve system, our nervous system has two types of systems. It's got a sympathetic nerve system and it's got a parasympathetic nerve system. The sympathetic is what's called flight or fight, and it's meant to get you riled up. It's ancient times is when we're getting chased by bears and lions and we've got to run and sprint. And so when you're running or exercising or thinking, that's sympathetic. Parasympathetic is the opposite. It's called rest and digest. Common sense is when you eat, you rest, you kind of get relaxed. That's rest and digest. Before we go to sleep, we don't want to be in sympathetic overload because we're never going to fall asleep. Make sense? Why does this happen? One could be spinal. Related. Your spine protects the spinal cord and all these nerves. So there's a huge effect on the nerve system based on your spine posture and your spine alignment because it protects it. Now, there's two key areas that directly affect the sympathetic tone or how our sympathetic system runs. Let's talk about those. From a sideways view here, the spine we're going to talk about up top here, it's called your upper cervical because this is the top of the cervical spine. It's right there under the scalp. And the other area is right here. It's called the upper thoracic spine, or the top of the shoulders. So you've got here and here. If these bones become misaligned in the wrong position, they're stressed, that's going to affect the nerves that are coming out in that sympathetic tone. A lot of patients are coming to the office now, bad posture, we're looking down like this. Well, that's affecting those two areas. It's amazing to see patients come in for their first session. We work on those areas. They come back a few days, wow, doc, I slept the best I've slept in years. Because we're really reducing that sympathetic tone or monkey brain, and you're allowed to fall asleep easier. That's one great way if it's a structural issue. Now, not all issues are structural. There's a lot of great things you can do. Chamomile tea is a great way to decrease sympathetic tone, as well as valerian root. It's a supplement, it's a natural root. You can take that as well. It helps reduce sympathetic overload and gets you to fall asleep a little easier. So that's number one. That's if you're having trouble falling asleep. You got that monkey brain. Number two, you fall asleep great. We don't stay asleep. You wake up at 1, 2, 2:30 in the morning, wide awake. If that's you, you know who you are for sure. The problem with that is the blood sugar issue. And what can happen is our blood sugar goes up and down. It spikes and it drops and it spikes. It's a revolving door. It's also closely related to our stress hormone called cortisol. So it's an irregulation of those two spikes and lows. We've got to talk about what are really simple keys that you can start today to fix that. Well, to help regulate blood sugar in general, we want to improve and eat some healthy fats and some good solid proteins. So we can think of peanut butters, almond butters, cashew butters, good source of animal protein, chicken, meat, as well as if you're eating dairy, different types of cheeses. So a snack would be a scoop of almond butter with a celery stick or a little piece of chicken. That will help regulate those ups and downs or spikes and lows of your blood sugar, and you're going to sleep much more constantly throughout the night. Now give that a shot. If it's not working, there may be a different issue or a deeper issue that could be the problem. But hey, try that. That's a great tip to start with. So we've talked about sleeping in general, but the two main things, right? Falling asleep, monkey brain, sympathetic overload, or staying asleep, which is probably a blood sugar control issue, and gave you a great few tips like snacks, almonds, cashews, nuts, and proteins that are gonna help you stabilize and sleep 7-8 hours throughout the night. So if you have any questions about that, or you're curious about different snacks or structural issues, respond to this video, shoot me an email. I'm happy to talk to you further. I'm JD Dudum with Dudum Chiropractic. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks.